everybody. Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of All In Sports. It's your man, Lee Ice, and you can see I'm joined by the beautiful Miss T. How's it going, Miss T?
Doing good. What's going on, Lee Ice?
Well, just trying to stay cool in this heat wave, man. You know, I'm not a summer person, so
And it's here.
I mean, this weather, heat, the humidity. We got, some of the worst humidity in this area. So,
Oh, yeah.
and you know who's always with us. He's the hardest man in working in the business. Big Dog, what's going on, man?
Woo. Got some rest today, Lee Ice. Been on the phone a lot this week. We got another new show coming for all our hockey fans. Yeah, that's right. Starting September, the Hockey Show, based out of Boston, Massachusetts, and Montreal, Quebec, Canada. We'll be coming on. They're gonna show some of the older shows and see how it goes. If it goes well, then they'll start bringing in new stuff for the first of the 2026 and everything. So the Tuesday night lineup is pretty full.
That's good news for our puckheads out there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hockey coming to All In Sports. Congratulations, Big Dog.
Thank you.
Hey, y'all, let's thank everybody for tuning to last week's show. Thank everybody for tuning this week's show. Like I always say, I hope we can entertain y'all doing what we're going through. You know, I don't say the word, ain't said the word in 5 years. But you know what I'm going to tell you? Protect yourselves and your families. Best way you know how. Y'all ready to get things started? You ready, Miss T?
Ready to get it started.
Got anything to toast us in?
I don't have anything ready today.
I'm going to toast everybody. But you got to throw the pound up. You ready to go all in? Let's do
All
it.
in. Let's do it.
Y'all know what first on the agenda is called the All In State of the Union, brought to you by the best there is, the best there was. Damn it, he's the best that ever done it. Call him Hill. But we also call him the Big Dog. What's going on, man?
$13.65 million. That's what the bad man on the Aaron Rodgers that sold for the Pittsburgh Steelers. How you feel?
I thought he'd get a little more than that, but he's made his money.
Yeah, they have no choice but to pay him.
I would have got more out of him.
Would you?
He could have.
Would you? Lee Ice, do you know the highest paid athletes in each sport? Let's go over them. In soccer, it's Cristiano Ronaldo, $275 million a year. Baseball, Ohtani, $70 million a year. The NBA, Joel Embiid, I don't play in half the season, $64.3 million a year. Dak Prescott, I can't get in the playoffs, $60 million a year. And Leonard Despoy for the the Edmonton Oilers are playing in the Stanley Cup, $14 million a year. How you feel?
Dak Prescott and Joel Embiid, I hope they're showing up with a ski mask when they go pick up their check, because they don't still.
Yeah, they both owe their team some money.
Yes, they do.
Nick fired Thibodeau earlier this week. How you feel?
We'll talk about that later. I'm at both ends, but we'll discuss that.
I'm about to tell you something that my sources have told me. ESPN is in the talks with the NFL owners to purchase the NFL network. And it may happen because the NFL owners don't want nothing to do, no more to do with the NFL network and media.
Wow.
How you feel?
Ooh, that's big news if that happens. I think it will happen.
Cat gets treatment. Go ahead.
No, just say it probably will happen.
Cat gets treatment on playoff injury. How you feel?
That's what you said. What you said again?
Cat from the Knicks got treatment on playoff injury.
Hey man, he played. I thought he played as best as he can play. Cat did a lot of bad, but I thought he played good.
Hey, did you know dodgeball was a college sport? Well, they had their Final Four this past week. It was Akron, Michigan State, Miami, Ohio, and Cincinnati. And Miami, Ohio was a national championship. Won the national champion in dodgeball. How you feel?
Thought it was just a movie.
Richardson sidelined with shoulder injury, saying Daniel Jones could be the starter at the beginning of the year. He keeps missing these OTAs and stuff. How you feel?
Oh man, I was a good fan of Richardson, but he got to stay healthy, man. I thought he had a lot of potential.
The Knicks are interested in Jason Kidd. How you feel?
The Mavericks will never let it happen.
And why?
Hey, speaking of NBA, ABC, ESPN, I keep on telling you guys we need to do a show on this, and you keep on not wanting to do a show on this. We need to talk about how these networks handle certain sports, because the NBA had the lowest viewership for the finals since 1970 something. Guys, they only have 4.7 million people watch.
Talking about the
finals. On average for the finals this past Thursday night, Oklahoma, Indiana.
I'm not surprised. I mean, it's OKC in Indianapolis.
Or is it ESPN? Because a lot of people are fed up with ESPN.
It's a little bit both.
Thank you, T. That's what you gonna tell me. We need to do a show on that, but he refuses to do a show on that, and I've gotten emails about we need to do a show on that. Hey, the college bowl season is out, and they will kick off the Cricket Celebration Bowl on ABC on December 13th at noon, and then the last bowl of the year will be the Reese's Senior Bowl on January 31st on NFL Network. How you feel?
Too many bowls, man.
Hey, the Phoenix Suns say they're 100% done with Bradley Beal. Don't want him to come back. They hope he buys his contract out. How you feel?
Hey, man, I still think Beal can play if he can stay healthy.
I don't think Phoenix was a good fit for him, but it's some other stuff going on there with him in Phoenix. Why he's there, but yeah.
I'm not going to say he's a missing piece, but he can be a valuable piece to a playoff team.
Hey, the Edmonton Oilers and Carolina Panthers tied 1-1. By the time you see this, they'll probably be a couple 2-1, 3-1. Also, going on in sports, Thursday night was an opening kickoff for the CFL, the Canadian Football League. The Ottawa Red Blacks took on the Saskatchewan Rough Riders, and the Rough Riders just rolled all over the Red Blacks and doled their souls all up 31-26. And the defending Grey Cup champions, the Toronto Argonauts, went into Montreal and played the Montreal Alouettes, and the Alouettes them 28-10. Alouette. Hey, and also speaking of that, this segment of All In Sports Corona State of the Union is brought to you by the Toronto Argonauts. Hey, check out the PR code at the bottom of the screen for discount on their home games. Lee Ice, take a commercial break.
All right, y'all. We're going to go to a break. When we come back, me and Miss T, we're going to chop it up about the NBA Finals and these coaches, see what's going on. All of that and a little bit more. We'll be right back.
Christmas, I'm Mr. Sign. I'm Mr. Mr. 101. Will all be miser. I'm in my blood. I'm too much.
Thanks. Did you hear that?
I heard him. That's
Who was
Mr.
that?
Heatmiser.
That's Heatmiser. And that was brought to you by Web Technologies inactive. If you like Clip Productions website, call them up or hit them on the email. Back to you and T.
All right, Miss T. Let's talk about a Mr. T, double T. Tom Thibodeau got fired. Let's see. Two-time Coach of the Year, 2011, 2021. When he first went to the Bulls, he got into the conference championship. But if you look at his coaching record after that, he never came, I'm not going to say he never came close because he got the Knicks there this year, but it seemed like he was living off of that his whole career. Do you think that he was warranted getting fired by the Knicks?
I think the Knicks, they're looking for a little bit too much, too fast. I mean, this is the furthest they've been themselves since the 90s or the early 2000s. So I thought he would get a little leeway, maybe another year or so to see if he can get them over the hump. So I'm not sure what their game plan is or who they think they can get that's going to get them better than what they are right now.
When Big Dog announced it during the State of the Union, I was like, I'm both sides of the fence. I think I'm going to come to the conclusion that I can see why the Knicks fired. I don't think he can get any better as a coach. I really don't. He's 67. He's been in it for what now, 15 years?
Yeah.
I mean, he is what he is. You know, he's a good coach. He might not even be a very good coach. I think very good coaches get you to the finals. They might lose it, but a very good coach can get you to the finals. Big Dog, you think Thibodeau deserved to get fired?
No. I think
no, why not?
I agree with T on this one. The Knicks moved a little too fast. I think if they should give him another year. Because all they had was really Jalen Brunson, Bridges. I mean, Mikal Bridges. He was inconsistent, the second scorer, and I think his style of play when he gets in the playoffs just gets exploited because he doesn't go use his bench. That's the only thing. If they just need an assistant coach to advise him to use his bench a little bit more than what he did. That's all. And they could have gave him another year. But you know how their management is. They're just like the Cowboys and some other teams out there. They want to fire people.
But that falls back on what I just said. He is what he is. He doesn't like to use his bench in the playoffs. If he ain't done it in 15 years, what makes you think he's going to do it in the future? What you think, T?
He hasn't been using his bench all season, or even last season when they got up to the playoffs. So if it become a problem, I feel like somebody should have said something. Leon Rose could have had a discussion with him before that about let's try to use our bench more to try to preserve the health of some of our players. If that was such a problem, because him trying to change it up midway in the Eastern Conference Finals, you could tell it kind of put him out of wits or what have you when he was trying to use some of those guys. And some of those guys hadn't played in so long, they themselves didn't look like they knew kind of what was going on.
Do you think he get another coaching job? He's 67. And he's old fashioned. He's old.
With the
is this the end of the line for him?
It might be. With the way the league is kind of pushing towards, I don't know if he'll get another job.
You think he'll get another job, Big Dog?
Yep.
A veteran team? I can't see him going to a young team.
A team that is like round the coast making the playoffs and can't make the playoffs. That's the team he'll go to.
He'd get him to the playoffs and then he'd do the same shenanigans, you know?
He might need to go back to being the lead assistant. I mean, Jeff Van Gundy with the Clippers, lead assistant, and less stress, and you just got to worry about that defensive side of the ball is all he's focused on. That might be best place for Tibbs.
Speaking of Jeff Van Gundy, if he was offered the job, should he take it? Should he go back to the Knicks? No?
I don't think he want that stress again.
Jeff Van Gundy about to get paid with Amazon.
Oh, good. Okay. You know who I was thinking would be perfect for the Knicks, but I know they would never give him the job or probably won't even offer. I don't know what the NBA is doing to him. Mark Jackson would be perfect for that job.
Mark Jackson would be perfect for a lot of jobs if he was more, it came across to his players better.
Oh, Elaborate.
He don't cuss.
Joe Gibbs didn't cuss.
Different time, the ice.
So you saying you got to cuss your players out to get results now?
The ice. It's based on when Joe Gibbs played. He had Richie Pettibone and what you call it? Joe. What's the name?
Joe Bugle.
Joe Bugle. That they did all that. Mark Jackson, when he was with the Warriors, didn't have nobody else doing that. That's why they got rid of him.
So who's the top? Do they have any top candidates for this job
It's
right now?
Jason Kidd right now, I heard.
Dallas is not going to let him go.
Well, exactly. Why would Dallas let him go? Unless
They let Luka go. They let Luka go.
Who?
Luka.
But they got something back for Luka. May not been much, but they got something back for him.
And the guy that got fired from Memphis.
Taylor Jenkins.
Yeah, he's like
that's the other coach that got fired, Memphis.
Yeah. Taylor Jenkins or Mike Malone's out there now.
Mike Malone's name been mentioned too.
If they want somebody that's a proven winner, Mike Malone, he just won a championship with Denver the other year. 23.
I'll give a big fella, number 33, a call. What y'all think about that? Or at least bring him on.
He can't coach Georgetown. He needs to sit still, tell the stand.
You can't coach nobody if he ain't getting recruits.
That's your job.
He want a Big East tournament. I don't know. I just think I think players would look up to Pat, especially in New York. He definitely will get the fan support. Bring Oakley on as an assistant. They might not win a lot of games, but they're gonna win a lot of fights.
I don't think the new players nowadays they could survive Charles Oakley in that locker room.
Right. The Ice, take the commercial break.
All right, fellas, we're going to go to a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the NBA Finals. I want to talk about why the Indiana Pacers are getting so disrespected. All of that, a little bit more. Miss T, the big dog, Lee Ice. We'll be right back.
Switch it.
Country by geography in the world. That's why there's the ring of bases. If you ever look at American foreign military bases, and the policy was to line everybody else into this containment. The irony is the project to contain has become its opposite. It's we who are becoming isolated. We who are becoming contained, not by a ring of bases, but by a ring of alliances and coalitions for which the United States is the enemy. Recent votes in the United Nations, if you take a look, it's the United States, Israel, and the Tobago Islands. The Europeans feel they've been turned on. It's even turned on its neighbors. The heads of Mexico, Scheinbaum, and the head of Canada, the banker, Carney, or whatever his name is, they're making incredible statements. The world has changed. Our friendship is over. So I would argue the United States is becoming more and more isolated.
Lee Ice, that's Mr. Roberts. I don't know his first name, but I follow him. He makes a lot of true statements and everything. That was brought to you by Max.site. If you want your website and get a lot of traffic and you want good branding, go to Max.site. Mr. Roberts is basically saying the United States has been isolated. While we were worried about everybody else trying to keep everybody else down, Russia and China was helping everybody else out and bringing them up. Now everybody depends on Russia and China for everything, not the United States. That's why we're isolated. Back to you.
Interesting point. All right, Miss T, let's talk about the finals. I don't remember a team being this disrespected in the NBA Finals probably since the 2004 Finals when the Pistons played the Lakers and they ended up beating the Lakers. They was a huge underdog. By the way, I end up winning. I put a bet in at 4-1 on the Pistons. End up winning that.
What about the Rockets and the Orlando Magic? The Rockets were disrespecting. The Rockets swept them.
They had the MVP. They had King Olajuwon.
But the Orlando was that team. They just beat Jordan.
Yeah. But I haven't seen. I mean, nobody's giving OKC a chance. I mean, they're like, oh, this is going 5. Oh, they're gonna get swept. As you can see what happened in game 1.
The first game. I knew they were going to
So what happened in game 1? The Pacers won. By the time this game 2 has been played, I think they really have a legitimate chance to win this. And I'm going to tell you why. Both teams are young, right? You got 2 young teams.
Right.
So guess what this is going to come down to? Coaching. Rick Carlisle played in the ACC. Played on the Virginia team that got to the Final Four in '84. Played on one of the greatest NBA teams in history, 1986 Celtics. Went to go coach the Detroit Pistons. Got them to the conference finals in '03 and the conference finals in '04. They let him go. Okay. Went to coach the Mavs. Got them to the finals. Beat the super team, the Miami Heat, LeBron James. Okay. So if they win, it would be because of coaching. Now, I guarantee you 9 out of 10 people don't know who OKC coach is. So I give them more than a puncher's chance to win this. What y'all think? What you think, T?
I definitely think they give them a puncher's chance. I wouldn't be surprised if this series goes 7. Just like you said, because of Rick Carlisle's coaching, he's shown that he'll go through his whole bench. He'll play every last person over there almost to see and keep throwing things at you to see how you react, And OKC, they kept getting the lead in game 1, but they never kind of stretched their lead out to where the Pacers couldn't walk it down. And that's all they kept doing. They kept it close. It's 10, it's 12, it's a few more shots here, a few more shots there, and they were right back in the game, and that's all they needed.
What you think, big dog?
Well, I won a couple $100 off this game, the game 1, because I told people Indiana was going to win game 1. A lot of people didn't believe me. I said Indiana does have a chance, but it depends on Miles Turner. Miles Turner has to be that third option. If Miles Turner can average 15 and 10 or better, they can take this. But on the other hand, if Oklahoma City bench could average 30 points a game, they're going to take this. So that's what I think comes down to, Miles Turner and Oklahoma City's bench.
I just think Indiana has this down to a T. No pun intended. Keep it close. And when that last 2-3 minutes come, it's our turn.
Game 2 won't be close. I predict Oklahoma City will blow them out by 20 or more.
They
not be close.
You're probably right. But it's like when you do this many times, it's not luck.
Well, this game was real. I'm somewhat what T said. I agree with somewhat what she said. Oklahoma couldn't stretch that lead, but Indiana came out tight in the first half. Oklahoma City was loose. The second half, as we got into the fourth quarter, Oklahoma City started getting tight because they started missing layups. Mm-hmm. Indiana started finding their way. They said, we're back in our comfort zone again like we were past the past 3 series. Down in the fourth quarter by double digits. Here we go again. That's why I think they still were in the comfort zone. Instead of, if SGA hits that one shot, the game's over. We ain't talking about this, Lee Ice. We're talking about can Indiana win a game now. So,
like I said, this is happening too many times. I mean, Tyrese Halliburton he became a superstar in this NBA playoffs. Don't y'all agree?
I agree. And I disagree with Stephen A. Smith said about him, too.
He has become a legitimate superstar.
Yes, he has.
He's been a big-time clutch player over these playoffs.
If he wins this, if the Pacers win this final, he will go down as the greatest Pacer in history. Don't y'all think? I mean, if he continue. I
Clutch-wise,
don't think he would have to win another one. If he just has to continue to average what he averaged, he bring the Pacers a championship.
it'll be more Siakam than him. Like Siakam's carrying them. He only had like 17 points a game. One. Siakam had like 30 something.
Okay, but the guy's hitting the shot. He's hitting the game winners. I mean,
game winner shot, but
that's
you gotta
what
get there. You gotta
that's what
get
we
there
gonna
first,
remember.
Leon. You gotta get there.
Huh?
If Siakam don't score, they don't get there.
Yeah. But Tyrese, he's showing up in the clutch, I would say. Those clutch moments at the end where they need him, he's like, I got you.
I got you. I mean, that's what we're going to remember. His game-winning shots. No disrespect to Siakam, but this guy, he's putting his mark in Pacers history. You know, I mean, Reggie Miller is right now, right? He's the greatest Pacer.
I would say so, yeah.
Maybe. I mean, George McGinnis a little bit in there, but most people don't know who George McGinnis is. The new school people, they know who Reggie because they see him on TV. You know. So, but
Paul
yeah.
George.
No.
No. No.
No.
Leon, wrap it up. Wrap it up.
Wrap it up like a Christmas gift. All right, before we get out of here, who's gonna win the finals, Miss T?
Ooh. I'm still leaning OKC in 7.
Big dog.
5 or 6, OKC.
Y'all ready for
I would
this?
not be surprised if it's Indiana in 6.
I got the Pacers in 5.
Wow.
Well, I'm glad you're going to casino tonight. You're going to win your money back.
Ooh.
I'm gonna put me a couple dollars on there.
All right.
All right, y'all. Thank you, Miss T, for joining us. It's always a pleasure.
Always.
Big dog, continue to get some rest. I'm about to take Pops to the casino. We leave you like we always leave you. Whether you like it or don't like it, learn to love it. It's the best thing going. We are all in sports, and we are out of here, y'all.